Alright, let's get started, even though there's some loud talking outside my apartment right now. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Otaku Gains here. Welcome back to another live stream Q&A. This is episode 15, hence why there is 1,500 questions. As always, we're going to be answering 100 of your guys' questions, and in total, after this stream, I will have answered 1,500 questions. What's good, Natasha? Welcome, welcome. And if you're new here and watching the playback, thank you for watching the playback. And as always, if you end up joining one of the other live streams later on, of course, it is always first come, first serve. So the first 100 questions asked will be answered. And if you want to guarantee your question to be answered, yeah, do that through Super Chat. Super Chats are always answered above all. Again, what's good, Natasha? You're all good. You're all good for not making it to the last stream. I did my last stream extremely late because my son did not want to nap. Bo Griffith, what's good, fam? Of course I remember you. VVP30, what's good? Greninja, what's good? Psychic Friend Toy Freddy, what's good? What's good, everybody? Alright, we already got the first question. Is Suma really bi? Yes. From what I do know, it is actually like a canonical fact that she is indeed bi. It was, I think, stated in one of those, what's it called? I'm forgetting the name of them. Like the little fact things that they have at the end of the episodes. I can't remember the name of them right now. It's gonna irritate me now that I can't remember it. Taisho Secret, that's it. Taisho Secret. It was one of the Taisho Secrets, I believe. Question 2. What character would you not want to be president at all? Would I not want to be president? Danzo. Danzo would be a terrible president, clearly. Question 3. Do you believe that Gyutaro could be stronger than Upper Moon 5? No. No, I still believe canonically. I don't think Muzan's going to like mess up the order of his own rankings, you know. And again, people, as I've stated in the meme video, people completely misinterpret that statement whatsoever. Gyutaro is not stronger than Upper Moon 5. He only stated that without Daki, Gyutaro would be stronger, but not stronger than Upper Moon 5. Gyutaro would have won the fight against them without Daki because he would have been more menacing and he wouldn't have had to worry about Daki from the get-go. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, he would have been more ruthless, more menacing, and that's what it stated. It's very, very similar to people confusing who's stronger between Kid Buu and Super Buu. Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu, but Kid Buu is more dangerous because there's literally zero reasoning with Kid Buu. He's literally just going to disintegrate you for existing. You can't talk to Kid Buu, you can't reason with him. You can kind of try and attempt that with Super Buu, but Kid Buu, it's on site. So that's why. Question 4? Question 4, is Gojo actually dead or alive? I still believe he's alive. I think he's alive. You never know, though. Blueberry, what's good, fam? Question 5, why do they pull out a super powerful... Wait. Why do they pull out a super powerful from after they lose to a bad guy? I'm very confused as to what you mean by that, fam. I'm sorry. Why do they pull out a super powerful from after they lose? Like, I'm assuming why do the characters get a power up after they lose? Because the power of friendship? I don't know. Question 6, your favorite anime? Dragon Ball Z. Question 7, is it just me or does Roxanne from FNAF Security Breach remind me of that? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I could see what you mean right there. I see what you mean there, fam. Question what 7? I just watched Gear 5 Luffy beat the living flap out of Kaido. Fair enough. Fair enough. Question 8. Who's your favorite character in JJK? Gojo. Rodin, what's good, fam? Rodin or Radin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Rod. I got something in my eye. Question 8. Who was the Kazekage before Gata? Gata's dad. I don't know his name. The fourth Kazekage. That's all I know. But it was Gata's dad. Uh, question, what, 10? Question 10. Who is the most downplayed Demon Slayer character? Downplayed? Like as in underrated? Mm, I don't know. Who would be considered downplayed? I feel like Zenitsu's kind of downplayed, and you'll see why in the manga. But I would say Zenitsu's pretty downplayed. Zenitsu's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. Question 11. Nen, Chakra, or Curse Energy? Chakra, because I feel like it's more versatile. Question 12. What is the best Super Saiyan form? The best Super Saiyan form? I either gotta give it to OG Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3. But I'd probably still choose regular OG Super Saiyan just because it's classic. Question 13, I think? I don't know. Question 13. When did you watch Dragon Ball? When did I first watch Dragon Ball? When I was 7 years old. So about 22 years ago. Question 14. Who's your favorite character in JJK? I already answered that. It is Gojo. Alright, so question 14. Sharingan or Byakugan? I like Sharingan more. Question 15. What Super Saiyan form would you make up and want to be a part of the series? Um, honestly, Super Saiyan 4. I get that GT's not canon, but I still will stand by the fact that I think Super Saiyan God's design is kind of trash. I don't really like Super Saiyan God's design. I think it's very underwhelming personally. It feels kind of just like it kind of just looks exactly like Kaioken to a very high degree. And so I feel like I personally think Super Saiyan God should have looked like Super Saiyan 4. I'm not saying it should be Super Saiyan 4. And I'm not even saying Super Saiyan 4 should exist. I'm saying the character design for Super Saiyan God should have been what Super Saiyan 4 was. Question 16. What's the point of Super Saiyan and all of them above if they're just surpassed after 2 episodes? What do you mean after, like, as in a villain surpasses them after 2 episodes? I mean, that's why they keep having new transformations. But at the same time, that's what makes Dragon Ball great. Question 17. Most downplayed anime character, in your opinion? Downplayed anime character? Um... Downplayed anime character. I don't know. I can't really answer that one because that's hard to say. Like, I don't know if we're talking in terms of strength, in terms of being a good character, in terms of popularity. I don't know what metric we're going by here. Question 17. Who's your favorite character? I already answered that again. For the third time, it is Gojo. Question 17. Do you think Bleach deserves to be in the big three? Yeah, I think Bleach is kind of underrated, honestly. It gets overshadowed by Naruto and One Piece, but Bleach is just as good up there. Bleach is still a phenomenal anime, and I don't think it gets nearly as much credit as it deserves, especially in the newer generations. Because obviously OG anime watchers loved Bleach, but because Naruto and One Piece are still airing, I mean Bleach is now still airing, is continued airing, but for a while it wasn't, and so I feel like that's why it kind of fell off the radar a little bit. Question 18. If Goku didn't have a Saiyan stupidity syndrome, how would his battles go? I don't think they'd be any different because it's been very clearly stated that yes, Goku's IQ may not be very high, but even Vegeta states this, is that he is a genius when it comes to battle IQ. So his fighting prowess, he is a fighting genius. He may be stupid on math, but he's very, very smart when it comes to punching people. Question 19. Which is better, Dragon Ball GT or Dragon Ball Z Kai? Dragon Ball Z Kai. Question 20. In Dragon Ball Super, Whis explains how strong Ultra Instinct is. Do you think Beast Gohan can beat Master Ultra Instinct? Maybe at some point, but currently no. Especially if you have read the manga, you'll know that Goku is still stronger. Question 21. You think JJK would be even better if Gojo was not OP? No. No, I feel like every anime needs some sort of OP character, and I think Gojo fits that perfectly. And yes, Gojo is OP to a certain degree, but there is someone stronger than him. So it's not like Gojo's the end all be all. And you'll come to know that if you read the manga. Question 23. I would say downplayed in terms of power. So the most downplayed character in Demon Slayer is Daki. Kind of, yeah. I'd say Daki is downplayed in terms of power. Either Daki or I still think Zenitsu is very downplayed too. But if we're talking in all entirety of anime, most downplayed character, mm, um, most downplayed character. I feel like Bleach characters. I can't name a specific character, but I feel like Bleach characters get very downplayed. But also, honestly, I think Goku stands as a downplayed character because people still bring up the comparison of who's stronger between like Naruto or Goku. And it's like, do you not know how Dragon Ball works? Yamcha solos all of Naruto, let alone Goku. So I feel like that's another character. I feel like Yamcha's very downplayed. Yamcha's trash in comparison in Dragon Ball, but Yamcha solos a majority of other anime. Same with Krillin. Question 23? If Fairy Tail wasn't Fairy Tail, would it be good? I mean, that's the thing with Fairy Tail. I don't think there's anything specifically wrong with Fairy Tail. I just think it's boring to me personally. That's why I don't like it. Question 24. Why do all the One Piece chapters have characters have a backstory? Good storytelling? I don't know. I think it's what makes it good because everything is interwoven and connected. Kind of similar to Attack on Titan. Question 25. Who solos, Goku or Naruto? Between the two, inadvertently just answered that, but Goku solos all of Naruto with one eye closed and both hands tied behind his back. Question 26. Who's the most underrated character in Naruto? Underrated? Honestly, Sakura. Sakura is very underrated. People say that she's trash, but at the same time, theoretically speaking, she is one of the strongest people in the village. She is one of the strongest people in Konoha. Like, she is stronger than Kiba. She is stronger than Choji. She is stronger than Tenten. She is stronger than Hinata. Question 27. Would Zenitsu learn second form of thunder breathing? I will not give any spoilers. That's what I will say. Question 28. The internet addict is back. What's good, Armandeep? What's good? What's good? Question 28. Where are we at? Oh man, I'm very behind on the questions. Question 28. Name 3 anime you think are overrated. Fairy Tail, Gurren Lagann, and Komi Can't Communicate. Question 29. Why do you start stream randomly these days? I mean, it's always been random. There's never been a specific time for your streams. It's just whenever I have the chance. I try and time it up to when my son takes a nap. Hence why sometimes during the end of streams, my son comes in to hang out and squeak a little bit because it's when he wakes up from his nap. But I try and time it to when he goes down for a nap. That's when I try and stream. Question 30, right? Question 30. I made a series. It's called Wait, I Don't Have a Name, but it's about Nezha, basically, if Avatar and Naruto had a baby and was raised by One Piece and Dragon Ball. Interesting. Question 30. What's your favorite Pokemon? Mewtwo. Question 31. Your favorites Super Saiyan 3 and Master Ultra Instinct. I mean, no, yeah, 100%. When I was answering the question earlier about Super Saiyan form, I was stating specifically Super Saiyan. Master Ultra Instinct is not Super Saiyan. And if we were counting any of Goku's forms, then yes, Ultra Instinct is by far my favorite form. Question 31. Any anime you say it's underrated? Any anime that's underrated? Baki. Baki is underrated in my opinion. I think Baki is one of the best anime there is. Question 32, right? How does Upper Moon 6 need 3 people, but Upper Moon 5 needs 1? I mean, quite simply, because Daki was holding Gyutaro back. And again, if it wasn't, or Daki would be, or I mean, not Daki, Gyutaro would have been more ruthless. Not stronger than Upper Moon 5, but more ruthless. And simply put, part 2 is the fact that Muichiro is stronger than Tengen. I think it's been stated. I swear I feel like it was stated somewhere that Tengen was actually the weakest Hashira. And Muichiro is one of the stronger Hashira. Question, 34? Which anime death made you the saddest? Which anime death made me the saddest? Rengoku's up there. it's not fully counting as an anime death, but I would have said Ash Ketchum. Because if you've watched Pokemon, the first movie, when Ash got turned to stone, obviously everyone watching it thought he died. And so that one was the one that probably made me the saddest. To be fair, I was also 4 years old, but still. Question 35. Was Super Saiyan God overlooked by Blue? I mean, basically. Super Saiyan God was only relevant for the one movie, and that's pretty much it. Since then, it's been Blue, and now Blue's kind of blown out the water by the newest transfer. But that's kind of the running theme of Dragon Ball, anyways. Pretty much every transformation gets forgotten about once a new transformation comes out. I mean, Super Saiyan still gets decently used, but Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, the Super Saiyan God, they just don't get really used anymore. And now that Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego is much more prevalent, I would say that Super Saiyan Blue is probably not going to get used anymore. Question 36. Who's the most underrated character in Naruto? Again, I already answered this previously, but Sakura. Sakura is the most underrated. Question 37. Best One Piece laugh and do it to make the laugh sound. Best One Piece laugh. I can't do it, but I would probably say Doflamingo. If you want to hear someone do it really good, you gotta watch Satoya, the Ohio boss. I think that's Satoya, or maybe it's Satoya. I think it's Satoya. I always forget. It's not Satoru. I'm pretty sure it's Satoya, the Ohio boss. He does the Doflamingo laugh the best. Secondly, I would probably say it's not like a great laugh, but it always gets stuck in my head is Blackbeard's laugh. The z ha 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 ha. Yeah, that. Question 38, right? Question 38. Bleach is in the big three? Yes, Bleach is in the big three. Question 38. Can Luffy Gear 5 beat Goku in base form? It really depends. I kept saying that Gear 5 can beat Luffy, but in reality, he probably can't. Just because of the fact that, yes, theoretically, Gear 5 is based off of Toon Force, and Toon Force can beat Goku, in the sense that cartoon characters are extremely overpowered and can pretty much do anything. But at the same time, unlike a cartoon character, Gear 5 has a limit to its abilities because it's not actually a cartoon character, one. And two, there's a time limit. Like, Luffy definitely runs out of stamina very quickly in Gear 5. So all Goku has to do is outlast Gear 5, and then he automatically wins, even in base form. Because even then, theoretically, Goku would only need base form. If he used any of his other transformations, it would be overkill. Question 39, right? Do you prefer sub or dub? I prefer sub. With that being said, there are some anime that I do prefer dub, in the sense of like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, just like the OG anime, you know. Question 30, or no, question 40, right? Question 40. When's Hell's Paradise new episode release? No idea. Could not tell you. I don't watch Hell's Paradise. I have read all of the manga, but I have not watched the anime, so I could not tell you. Question 41. Which is the most overrated anime and why. Again, I stand by, personally for me, it's Fairy Tail, and the reason why, in my opinion, it's just boring. Doesn't do anything specifically wrong. It does the same exact things every shonen does, but I just think it was boring. I've watched like 70-something episodes of it, and I was bored. Question 42. What do you think, who will die in the final war in One Piece? I think Shanks is gonna die. Personally, I think Shanks will die. I don't think any of the Straw Hats are gonna die, but I do think Shanks is gonna die. Especially because of the fact there is that stipulation where once Luffy becomes a great pirate, he's supposed to give the Straw Hat back to Shanks. But it's also been very much preluded that there is a massive rivalry / hatred between Shanks and Blackbeard. And I think Blackbeard is going to end up killing Shanks. And that's when, on his deathbed, Shanks is going to permanently give Luffy the Straw Hat. And this will, in turn, give massive motivation for Luffy to try and take down Whitebeard. Or, not Whitebeard, Blackbeard. As if he didn't already have enough reasons. Question 44. Is Zenitsu having a stroke in your background, basically? Question 45. Who is the most underrated character? I've answered this like 3 times now, so I won't count it, but Sakura is the most underrated Naruto character. Question 45. Who is cuter, Baby Jiren or Child Gaara? I'll give it to Child Gaara. Mainly because Child Gaara has a teddy bear. Question 46. Best Pokemon in your opinion? Again, for me personally, it's Mewtwo. Followed by Charizard. I know, I'm very basic. Question 47. Who should have died in the beginning, and how would their death affect the story? Like, in the beginning of what, specifically? In Demon Slayer? Who should have died in the beginning of Demon Slayer? I don't know. There's not really many characters I think should have specifically died in the beginning of Demon Slayer. So I can't really answer that. Question. Question 48, right? Question 48. Is Avatar considered an anime? I consider it an anime. Because I personally would qualify anime as a specific art style. Because anime doesn't... People have a weird misconception that anime needs to specifically come from Japan. But it doesn't. Because even in Japan, anime literally just means animation. So they've literally stated, like, Family Guy in Japan is considered an anime. You know? Like, Shrek is considered an anime. Like, anything that's animated in Japan is considered an anime. So that's why, outside of the US, I would consider things that are an anime as a specific style. So I would consider an Avatar an American anime, just like I would consider Boondocks an American anime. Just like there are Chinese anime, there are Korean anime. Question 49, I think. Baki versus Mashle. Who is stronger? I would probably say Mashle because Mashle's more like superhuman strength. Like, as much as Baki wants to, I don't think my man can run so fast that he flies. So I'm gonna have to give it to Mashle. Although Baki could possibly win in a fight just due to technique. Because Baki is an encyclopedia of fighting techniques, but... Question 50. Have you watched the Apothecary Diaries? No, I have not. Unfortunately, I have not. Question 51 was the most mid anime. Again, as I always state, it's Fairy Tail. Question 52, right? Oh, I lost my spot. Where did I go? Where did I go? Question 52. Baki and Yujiro versus Rock Lee and Guy. Rock Lee and Guy massively win. There's not even a question about that. Question 54? I don't know. Question 54. What is the most sad anime death? I already answered that earlier too, but to me, it was Ash during Pokemon the first movie. He technically didn't die, but people, when they watched the movie, thought he died. So that's my answer. Question 55. Would you rather delete Bleach or Tokyo Ghoul? By the way, love your vids. Appreciate you, Shy Guy. I'd probably delete Tokyo Ghoul. I like Bleach more. Question 56. Who's the most underrated character? I've answered that I don't know how many times. Question 56. Naruto Infinite Chakra or Luffy all Devil Fruits? Luffy. Because I still think Luffy would beat Naruto anyway, regardless of all Devil Fruits, because he has Gear 5. Question 57. Do Digimon evolutions make sense? No. Of course they don't make sense. I'm going to turn into a lizard, then I'm going to turn into a dinosaur, then I'm going to turn into a refrigerator with machine guns. Like, that's essentially what Digimon is. Question 58. What's your least favorite anime? Again, Fairy Tail for the 900th time. Question 59. I gotta go see you in a bit. Appreciate you, Bo Griffith. Question 59. In Pokemon, it's Chick, Duckling, Duck. In Digimon, it's Dinosaur, Train, with Dinosaur built in it, and then a car, yeah, basically. Question 59. Who's your favorite Hashira? Rengoku. Appreciate you, Ari Loves, for coming through. Question 60. Who's the most underrated anime YouTuber and who's the most overrated anime YouTuber? Couldn't tell you because I don't really watch many anime YouTubers except for maybe Trash Taste if Trash Taste counts. But I don't even know if I'd count Trash Taste as an anime channel or them even specifically anime YouTubers anymore. Except for Giguk. Giguk's still very clearly an anime YouTuber. Most overrated anime YouTuber? Me. I'm the most overrated. I still don't think my content's very good. Question 61. If all Upper Moons fought Muzan, who would win? Muzan. Because they all literally have Muzan's blood in them, and he basically could just make them explode if he felt like it. He literally controls them. Question 62. What is your fave Luffy form and fave breath styles? Favorite Luffy form is Gear 5. Favorite breathing style is Lightning or Thunder, or whichever one that Zenitsu does. I can't remember. Question 63. What is your favorite, Question 63. Muzan versus Anos Voldigold. Probably Anos, because Anos got more abilities. Question 64. Would Luffy Gear 5 beat any Z fighter? Most likely no. Question 66. Anti-Spiral versus Hajun. I don't know who Hajun is, and I've heard of Anti-Spiral and that he can delete universes, so I'm gonna go with Anti-Spiral. Monkey D. Luffy, what's good, fam? Question 67. Who is the most entertaining YouTuber except the obvious answer you? I think I'm the least entertaining YouTuber. And it's hard to answer that because I don't really... I watch such a wide variety of YouTubers. And I'd say the majority of YouTube I watch is food YouTube. So that's honestly kind of hard to answer. Because I just watch a lot of food YouTubers. And so, if I had to choose like an entertainment YouTuber, an entertainment YouTuber, I don't know. Because again, mainly I just watch food YouTube, so it's kind of hard to say. Currently, I've been watching Guga the most, so I'll just go with Guga for right now. Question 67, I think. I don't know. Question 67. Esdeath versus Sailor Moon. I heard, isn't Sailor Moon like extremely overpowered? I don't know much about her, but there's been like debates that she can beat Goku, so I'm gonna go with Sailor Moon. Question 68. Tired, got church. I'm flying tomorrow. But I appreciate you, Natasha. Appreciate you coming through. Question 68. Is it Jujutsu Kaisen or Sakuna Kaisen now? Sakuna Kaisen. Question 69. Omni-Man versus Goku. Goku, by far. Easily. Question 70. Mashle memes next. Mashle memes might come at some point, but they're not next. Next memes after Death Note. I think I'm planning on... don't quote me on this, but I think I'm planning on doing Classroom of the Elite. Question 71. Can Mashle beat Luffy? No. Question 72. Rengoku versus Gyoko? Probably Rengoku. I'll give it to Rengoku on that one. Question 73. What's the best anime game, including fan games and Roblox? Dragon Ball FighterZ. Or Pokemon Stadium 2. Question 74. Can Sukuna 20 Fingers lose to Gojo Satoru? I will not give any spoilers. That's what is my answer. Question 74. All Might versus Yujiro Hanma? Probably Yujiro, because... Or, I mean, not Yujiro, I'm sorry. Probably All Might, because as strong as Yujiro is, I wouldn't necessarily say that Yujiro has the strength to, like, punch a building and make it explode. Well, actually, that's debatable. He did punch an earthquake and make it stop. I'll still give it to All Might, though. Question 75. Are Goroseis immortal? It seems that way. I'm assuming there's a way to beat them, but currently, who knows? Question 76. Nami or Robin or Tsunade? Tsunade. Tsunade, then Nami, then Robin, in that order. Question 77. Who is more evil, Griffith or Doflamingo? Can't answer that because I haven't watched Berserk fully. I do know some of the evil things. Actually, let me rephrase that. I've seen some of the things Griffith has done, even without reading the manga or watching the anime. So I'll probably go with Griffith. Question 78. Gojo might come back. Yuta hit by a world-cutting slash, but he returned in today's chapter. There's a chapter out today. I forget that the untranslated or the Viz version comes out later than everything else. But I would still definitely. I would. Hold on one second. My daughter's trying to talk to me. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Where was I at? Question 78, I think. Question 78. Big Mom versus Sabo. Probably Big Mom. Question 79. Goku or Naruto? Goku. Question 80. Naruto versus Sukuna. Probably Sukuna. Question 81. Hi, love your content. Appreciate you, K-Pop House. Question 81. Madara versus Muzan. Probably Madara. Because the issue, unless we're talking Muzan at the end of the manga, then that might be a different story. But that's not technically Muzan. I don't know why I'm even saying that. That's not even technically Muzan. So I would say Madara, because Madara can just put Muzan in a genjutsu and then make him stand in the middle of a street until the sun comes out. Question 80. What, 3? Question 83. Sasuke versus Zoro in both swordsmanship and power. With swordsmanship, I'd probably give it to Zoro, but in terms of power, I'd probably give it to Sasuke. Question 70, or not 70, 84. What's your top 5 anime? So we got Dragon Ball, like the entirety of Dragon Ball, not one specific one. So Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan, Food Wars, Baki, and Death Note are probably my top 5. Yeah, off the top of my head, that's probably my top 5. For me personally. As far as it being being a top 5, what I would consider to be objectively the best, that's not necessarily it, because I'm very biased towards certain anime. But those are the 5 I enjoy the most. Question 85, I think. Question 85. Sukuna versus Shadow from Eminence and Shadow. Probably still... I'd probably give it to Sukuna, but that's debatable. Question 86. If you ever had the chance to change content, would you? Maybe. I mean, it's not like I don't need like a chance to change it. Like, I can change content whenever I feel like it. But will it do well? That's the question. But I probably would still stick with what I do, because I do love making anime meme content. Question 87. Anti-Spiral versus Koro Sensei. Again, I don't know much about Anti-Spiral, but I heard that Anti-Spiral can literally delete an entire universe, so I would probably go with Anti-Spiral. Question 88. Who is the worst and best JoJo? Personally, for me, my favorite JoJo is Jotaro. I know that was probably a controversial answer, but my favorite is Jotaro. I'd say the worst out of all of them is probably Jonathan. Probably either Jonathan or Jolene. Question 87, right? I don't know. I'll say it's question 87. Flash or Goku, who's faster? Flash. Like, Flash is literally so... There's a version of Flash that was so fast he reverses time. So, like, Flash. Question 88. Who is the most underrated character in Demon Slayer? Again, it's either Zenitsu or Daki. Question 89. What's the best romance anime? Kaguya-sama Love is War. Question 90. If Goroseis can heal any damage, then how do they get the scars on their faces and chest? Good question. Could relate to Imusama in some way. But that is a good question. That is a good question. I'm assuming we're going to find out sooner than later. Question 90. What is the best anime? What is your best anime recommendations? If you haven't seen them already, Baki or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But or truly, if you live under a rock and haven't seen it, probably Attack on Titan or any of the big three. Question 91. Have you played Lords Mobile? No, I have not. Question 92. You're a pretty cool guy. I appreciate you, fam. Question 92. Oh, thank you, King Caleb. Appreciate you, fam. You and you're awesome, and so is your dedication. Appreciate the love, fam. Appreciate the love. Big ups to you, King Caleb. You the homie right there. Let's see here. Question 92. And because you did that, you get priority on asking a question. So King Caleb, what do you think the One Piece will be? The friendships we made along the way. No, I'm just kidding. Although that very well could be a possibility, but I personally think it's going to be something that relates to letting us know what happened during the Void Century, because clearly, if Rayleigh knows about the Void Century and everything like that, then clearly I would assume he learned it when they discovered the One Piece. But it's also curious as to what it could be, in the sense, I don't think it's as drastic as people think it is. As far as, like, say it was some, like, world-breaking information or something like that, then why didn't Roger's group do anything about it? You know what I mean? Unless it was just the simple fact that they didn't care. So I think it is some sort of information and also some sort of treasure. But I don't know. It's hard to say what it could be. Because it's also debatable at this point who even the final boss is going to be. I actually don't think it's going to be Imusama. I think it's actually going to be Blackbeard as the final boss. But as far as what the One Piece could be, I feel like it's a big piece of information. But at the same time, I don't think it's just going to be like gold or some sort of treasure like that. It's really hard to say. Yeah, it's something physical and actually a thing. But as far as what it could be, I don't know. Because I don't think it's like a devil fruit. I don't know. I don't think it's like a weapon either. I don't know. It's hard to say. Question. So at that point, again, I can't really say. I think it's going to be some sort of information about the history of the world, maybe. But who knows? I just as well wouldn't be surprised if it's a piece of paper that says the friendships you made along the way. The journey here was the One Piece. Because no matter what it is, it's not going to live up to people's expectations. I feel like people's expectations about what it could be are so high now that it's not going to be able to live up to that, unfortunately. But I'm personally going to be content with whatever it is. I have faith in Oda. Question. Where am I at? Question 93, right? Question 93. Any action anime recommendations? Again, Baki, JoJo, Hajime no Ippo is a good one. Obviously, the big three are pretty much any shonen. Let me think. Action. I'm trying to think of like some sort of obscure action anime. The biggest ones that I enjoy personally, I can think of again, are just Baki and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Question 94. He's the most entertaining YouTuber I've seen in a while. Who, me? Now I know you lying on that one. I'm definitely not that great. Question 94. Which anime character do you hate the most? Shao Tucker. Question 95. JJK spoilers came in at 1 a.m. I try and avoid the spoilers. I try and just wait for the chapter to come out. That's why. But it doesn't surprise me that if you two came back. Question 95. Doraemon versus Goku. I'll go with Goku, but I don't really know much about Doraemon, not gonna lie. Question 96. Who is more respectful to their elders? Man, my neighbors are loud. Question 96. Who is more respectful to their elders / mentors, Asta or Naruto? More respectful? Probably Naruto. I would say he's not respectful in terms of like language and vocab in the sense that he calls Tsunade granny, but at the same time, he like reveres them to extremely high degree. Question 97. Obito versus Tanjiro. Who wins? Probably Obito. Question 98. What's the worst anime you've ever seen / heard about? Again, personally to me, Fairy Tail. Question 99. Baki versus Jackie Chan. Probably gonna go with Baki on that one. And then once again, because the homie threw down that super chat, the last question is gonna go to King Caleb again. Question 100. What anime had you like this? Probably Attack on Titan. I'll probably give it to Attack on Titan. I feel like that one had the most like jaw-dropping what's it called? Not cliffhanger. Plot twist. So I'll probably give it to Attack on Titan on that one. But on that note, and Naruto versus Luffy, I think Luffy would win because of Gear 5. But on that note, guys, that is all 100 questions for this live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that came through. Thank you for everyone that watched. Thank you to everyone watching the playback. And again, special thank you to King Caleb. Why is my cat clawing at a bag right now? Really, dude? I'm trying to speak here, Chief. Cats, man. Cats. It says 1,500. Well, as I have to reiterate every single one of these streams, these Q&A live streams are 100 questions apiece. This is episode 15, and so now that it's over, I have answered 1,500 questions in total on live streams. So that's why it says 1,500. It's all good, fam. It's all good. No problem. It is a wording issue, but also I just kind of have to come up with it because I can't just come up with answering 100 questions and just having that be the same title every single time. Like, it gets repetitive and people, I don't think that would do well on YouTube if I just named the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why it builds up on itself. So it's a series. But anyway, as always, like I said, again, thank you to everyone that came through and watched. And again, special thank you to King Caleb for the super chat. And next live stream is going to be next Tuesday, as always, every Tuesday and Thursday. So for another 100 questions next Tuesday. So again, thank you to everyone. You guys are the greatest anime fan base on Earth. And as always, I'll catch you all on the next stream. Peace.